What is going on, everybody? It is your boy D Stutter and Prophet, and welcome back to another episode of Damn Where Was I? That is one in the bucket. Always joined with your girl, Dr. Boston. What's good, girl?
Yeah, what good?
You doing stuff the entire time. Like, can you be serious for like 1 second?
Am I supposed to be still when you're doing the introduction?
I don't know. Are you?
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say I have ADHD, but I don't even want that. Let me tell you something.
I don't know what HD is, but I got 80 of them.
When I say I can't even say the word anymore. Dyslexia eat me up. Eat me up.
Oh, you don't have that. Mom just said, just go pray about it, okay?
Sometimes with the letters be doing a little sprinkling.
Mhm.
I was in Food Lion today.
Huh?
And I said I was in Food Lion today, and there was a tenderloin was on sale. And I literally sat there. I was talking to my homegirls. I was like, "Nigga, since when could they sell lion at the store?" And she's just looking at me, and I'm like, "I read that wrong, didn't I?" And I looked back down, and they flipped back, and I said,
She said, "You want to eat some lions?" Oh, wait, why did you think they were serving lion at a store?
Here's me talking about, I'm finna call PETA, talking about Food Lion over here breaking all types of international law.
She said, "They're sending tender lions over here, bro. It's
Not paying
crazy."
attention. I can't even tell you.
I'm having a huge code dilemma right now.
Why?
Okay, so I live in an old school apartment building where they have to turn the heat off and the AC on, right? They haven't turned on the AC, so I have to go and open the window. But it's been proven Maryland has the highest pollen count of all the 50 states. Okay?
But the town that I live in is in top 10. So you can complain, but only this much.
So, do I open my window, cool off, and die of the pollen, or do I close my window and die of the heat? They haven't turned on my AC yet. Like, what do I do?
I don't know, man. Like, I sat there and I'm like, man, I don't need my Zyrtec today. I went outside. I was like,
Wait, you thought to not take is still like your Zyrtec?
it had been raining, and then like I checked the weather, and it was like low pollen count, and I'm like, I'm fine.
No,
Yeah, no, baby, my nose is still dripping.
I would never. So I take something else. I've been put on this tree pollen, and I've been putting everybody on it. I even put Boston down to it. Boston, I told you, try this tree pollen. You know, I've been taking it wrong. So I take it like a couple drops every morning. Apparently, you're supposed to take it every like 5 hours.
The tree pollen?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I would probably take it every couple of hours. I probably take it twice a day. I forgot to get that. I probably really should get that.
It'd be my lifesaver. And like, cause it was a couple years ago. I I I forgot to take any allergy medicine, and I'm like, yo, do I have COVID right now? Like, what is going on, bro? Like, I am getting messed up right now.
There's always that transition between winter into spring when you first start to get your allergies really, really badly, and you're thinking that you're getting sick. But then, like, the more that life progresses, you're like, I've been sick for 3 weeks. It's called allergies, babe.
So Boston,
the season is back.
I really thought I had COVID, and then
Do I have COVID?
and then I was talking to like somebody, and they're like, "Oh, yo, my allergies are so bad." I was like, I have allergies. I forgot I have allergies, man.
Yeah. I told you I hadn't had allergies for 26 years, bro. Hadn't had allergies for 26 years. And then I went to the doctor and I was like, I don't know, man. My eyes are watering, and my nose is dripping, and I can't breathe when I go outside. And she's like, oh no, you have allergies. I'm like, no, no.
She, no, I don't have allergies.
I'm literally like, it's something else. Like, chill out. Be a doctor for real and diagnose.
Said, my brothers have allergies. I don't have allergies.
No,
Come on.
facts.
No. What else? What else we'll talk? Man, gotta be playing games. I want you to know as soon as I die, me and God are gonna have a very, very long conversation.
Can I
Tell
tell you something for real?
what?
Like, I know God's nonviolence, and like, I know I'm trying to like, I'm really trying to work on my patience and forgiveness. But like, there's got to be like a penalty box, like there is in hockey or something. Because as soon as I get up there,
Wait, you said that'd be a penalty box?
I'm dropping haymakers on Eve. You understand? Haymakers.
Eve?
Eve, absolutely. Because of you, I have to bleed every month. Because of you, because you don't know the answer between right or wrong. Like apples aren't even that really good of a fruit for real. So my whole thing is you sacrifice the entire existence, our entire existence over an apple, bro. A mango, I could have given it to you. A mango, maybe.
Don't even get me started.
A
Don't
jackfruit,
please don't get me
maybe.
started. But damn, what was it? Yeah, I'm talking about God. God really let a homeless man win $1 million in the lottery, knowing damn well I need that money.
Oh no, you're a hater for sure. You're a hater. So the man don't even have a home, and you over here talking about he don't deserve it. What?
He don't go to church.
Okay.
I've been to a church.
Why not?
Been to church.
You've
Okay.
been to church when?
It's been. It's
You didn't even go to church over Easter.
I watch.
You didn't even go to church on Jesus' birthday.
Is that his birthday?
And that's exactly how I know you don't go to church.
No, I thought it was the
Next.
day. No, because Ash Wednesday is when he was hung on the cross, right? No. Okay. Next. Next up.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this nigga.
Don't let mom hear that. I swear I'm a Christian.
Ash Wednesday is when he was hung on the cross. Okay.
So, wait, hold on. So what is Ash Wednesday for?
Ash Wednesday is 40 days before Easter.
Jeez. Damn. So he was not on the cross for 40 days. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Moving on. Yo, do you think cops should actually wear gold body cams?
Yes.
Like, I think so too. But like, cops have to know, like, bro, you're at work. You're at work. Like,
and I told you one of my favorite body cam footage is when the cop finds his homeboy in the bathroom ODing because he took meth off of a person. Turns out that meth was fentanyl, and my man was ODing in the bathroom. That's what you get.
I mean, but like, well, what did the body cam show? That like he was like, "Yo, Ricky, is that you?"
No, my man's just in the bathroom. Bet.
No, no. When I said like the body cams just show cops doing dumb shit.
Dumb stuff.
Because
dumb stuff, and then I'm not even gonna lie, there was one where I'm low key kind of glad it was on. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Was the girl where they were interrogating her because she felt like she was getting scammed by somebody, and she said, "Yeah, he had told me he had gone overseas to Connecticut."
I saw that, and they're all like, "Huh?" You know, Boston, it's sad. There's some Americans who are really that dumb. Sadly.
It's not even dumb. It's some people want love that bad that they are willing to just put any type of logic behind anything.
No, there's no way a nigga told her, "Hey, I'm going overseas to Connecticut," and she's like, "Okay, I'll wait for you." Like our father told us there was one time where like a dude left his family and he lived down the street. Like, but no, in this instance, what I'm saying is there's this woman who led the police on a 40-mile high speed chase. And when they pulled her over, they started flirting with her, asking her for her Instagram.
It was really just one. He was just really trying to, he's doing his job. And if you happen to be single and in 48 hours, when you get out of this, Call me, okay?
He said,
Call me.
we can go to Nobu. We can go to Ruth Chris.
Because I'm not gonna lie. I mean, 40 miles is insane.
He was impressed.
And I'm impressed too. 40 miles, no busted tire, and she's short.
He said, you can drive me anywhere, girl.
I'm very impressed.
Are you?
Yes.
Sir, you're a cop. You hitting on a man. He was like,
I could do it.
Oh my. Could you?
I could do it.
And you are not a good driver.
Who's not?
Yo, everybody here, let me preference you right now. Boston? Boston?
He's telling you lies. Telling you lies. He's telling you lies.
Road rage I have ever seen.
He's telling you lies. He's telling you lies.
Oh, wait till you're done. Are you done?
Sorry.
Okay. Her fuse is negative.
Very, very large.
It's negative.
It's what she does for the community.
Negative fuse. You don't even have to cut her off. If you just drive next to her, she's honking her horn.
You don't even have to cut her.
Boston.
That's not true.
I was looking at you. I was like, so he didn't even do anything.
That's not true. That's not true.
Be honest. Be honest.
Okay.
You have the most road rage out of any of your friends.
No.
Who's worse than you?
I have somebody that's worse than me.
I know them?
Yes.
I would never get in a car with them. If it's worse than you, never get into a car with them. And see, here's the problem. I know I'm not the driver everybody wants to get into a car with. I drive fast, okay? I'll admit it. I like driving fast. Because of that, I like to go fast, turn left. That's it. Because of that, I bought me a driving wheel so I can do racing games at my house. I like driving fast.
Ricky Bobby over here. You ain't first, you're last.
So, getting in a car with you, Boston, I was like, I'm not even that bad, bro.
Did we get to where we needed to go?
Did I soil my pants?
Did we get there? That's not the question I asked.
Did I soil my pants?
But did you get to where you needed to go before the time that we should have gotten there?
Before the time? Ma'am, it said we were going to get there at 6 o'clock. It's 5:45.
Oh, I'm going to do it. I promise you.
We were only 10 minutes away.
I've done that. I've done that before. There are times where
shaved off 15 minutes?
There are times where I have shaved off 11 minutes.
Off of how long of a drive?
2 hours and 30 minutes.
Okay, that's not terrible.
I was actually heading to see your parents.
Don't tell my dad.
Flying down that highway.
Should I say? What's the fastest I've ever gone on a car? In a car?
What's the fastest you've ever gone? If I tell you, it's not gonna be good.
I think it's like.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was when I was in the Charger.
See, you're the Charger. Girl, I was in a Nissan Altima.
Oh no. Baby, the fastest my Altima could go up to was 65.
Oh no, she was shaking. She was shaking.
Oh no. Antonio wouldn't have shaked. Antonio would have went straight to sleep. He don't play the games. Let me tell you something. My Nissan Altima, he didn't play them games.
You had a Charger, that's why. No, I was in a Nissan. See, bro, so I actually want to hit a track one time where like I'm actually like trying, because I like to drive. I like to drive fast.
I had an open enough highway. I sat there and I felt that. I was like,
I always tell people, like, unfortunately, I know how I die. I die in a car, and it's by someone else. I just know it. Not soon, of course, but like.
Let's change this. I don't like that.
Charger changes. Talk about death. Moment of silence for our Pope.
I killed the Pope.
Silence! Jesus. Wait, what did you say? You said, you killed the Pope?
I did. I killed the Pope, and I didn't even mean to kill the Pope.
How did you kill our Pope?
I didn't. Who was our Pope?
He's our Pope.
Savior. I have a pastor, and Bishop is doing well.
No. You're not about to hop over this. How did you kill the Pope? You still haven't answered the question.
Bro, we were watching the news on Sunday, and it was talking about the Pope, and I was like, bro, that nigga's sick. He gonna die tomorrow. We wake up the next morning. Francis, I said,
Yikes.
I killed the Pope.
Well, so then you did go kill the Pope, and it's on you. You should be arrested. Arrested. Lock her up. That's like these people. Talk about arresting. Did you see they've started arresting people who haven't paid back still like their PPP loans?
Listen, it's not even about paying back PPP loans. And like honestly, I'd rather y'all arrest those people than garnish my wages for student loans.
Oh my God, I'm scared. I got that email.
And like my problem is at this point, I'm just gonna stay unemployed. Can't garnish my wages if I ain't got no wages to garnish.
Boston, let me be honest with you. The most confusing time of my life was during COVID when I got an unemployment check every fucking week bucket. And it was more money than
because like for a person that worked for unemployment, like I was talking to somebody one day and they're like, well, if this is what I get paid, I'm not gonna work no more. And I was just like, sir, I hope you understand they're padding your check because of COVID. This is not what a normal check is going to be like. No. You can't even survive off a normal check, trust me.
They do.
Well, they also do crack.
I gotta sell drugs.
I'll tell you, bro, like unemployment is not worth it. So it's worth it if you need it. It's not worth it if you're trying to get over on the government. Unfortunately, now in 2025.
I mean, unfortunately, with our government, no matter what you do, the government always wins.
The government is going to find you, baby.
They will find you, sadly, bro.
Let me tell you something. They want their money back.
You know who the government didn't find? That Ohio man on death row. So the one that you sent me.
And the one that escaped in 1973 and they ain't seen him since?
Bro, first of all, they're stupid. Why would you let this man shot by himself and say, hey,
but my thing is,
you come back here now?
It wasn't just him. They said that like apparently he had been having a hard time at the gym. Not the gym. A hard time at the jail because nobody had really been coming to visit him. So they felt a little bit sympathetic towards it about like, okay, maybe you should. Granted, this also is 1973, so niggas really wasn't thinking. But it was him and a bunch of other inmates, and they were there unsupervised.
That's crazy.
That's what makes no sense to me, is the fact that you left them in the mall unsupervised. My man said,
yeah, no, leaving inmates unsupervised is like, even in 1973, like, why would you do that? Hey, go into a crowded mall, buy yourself some gifts,
and then come back and get on the bus and promise us,
right?
You're gonna come back and get on the bus.
And then I'm gonna take you back to jail.
Back to jail. No more outside time.
Like,
I wish
that makes no sense. You literally left a criminal by himself. It's like, hey, go out there and be free, and then come back so I can take you to jail.
But it's like, my whole thing is it's not even like the fact that you took a criminal. It's the fact that like this nigga's on death row. Why are we letting him outside? You don't take that nigga outside. He's on death row.
Yeah, I don't know. That was probably the dumbest thing that.
So guys, we didn't even explain it. We just been talking.
What?
I said we didn't even explain it.
Okay.
So apparently in 1973 there was a black guy. I'm actually very glad that he was black. Get your freedom, baby. It was basically like a Make-A-Wish Foundation, but for inmates. And they took them to the mall, a group of inmates to the mall. There was this black guy that was there. They let them go in the mall. This was in 1973. He is on the FBI's most wanted list. We have not seen him since. They said he has to be at least 80 by now. They don't know if he's still alive. They don't know where he is.
They're never gonna catch him.
Crazy. No.
I mean, because one, if he's still alive,
He
so
lived a
this
life already.
like that part, and two, a part of that is the smartest thing he could have done is left the country. But then at that time in 1973, they don't have like fingerprints. They don't have all that stuff.
I told you I was watching a documentary of
So
this lady.
they're literally just holding up a stick figure. Have you seen this man?
No, honestly, I told you I watched a documentary of this lady who murdered her first husband, then went on the run, got married, had kids. The police came to her house. They were knocking on the door and they were talking to her current husband. And they were just like, "We're looking for this lady." And the husband is cussing these cops out, talking about, "Don't you ever show up to my bleeping house no more. Y'all don't ever sit there and think that you're going to sit there and ruin the name of my wife. You don't even know her. This is not her. She's not a criminal, blah, blah, blah." And then she comes outside and she's like, "Baby, I'm sorry, but we need to have a talk." And apparently she escaped in around 1970, again, when you could do this. And what she did is she changed her social security number by one number. And because she changed her social security number by number, this is the 70s, she was able to get a brand new social security card, lived her entire life as a completely different name, as a completely different woman on a completely separate side of the country. She got married. She became a wife. She became a mother. She became a grandmother. All while being wanted for murder on the other side of the country. And nobody could find her.
I mean, my thing is, I know this sounds bad, but like, keep it to yourself, man. You're
No,
already here.
it's not even keep it to yourself. And to be honest, I think she did something that was so smart that a lot of people don't recognize and understand, especially when you live on the opposite side of the country. Just go live in a small town in the South.
That's it.
They're never coming to look for you. They're
That's
never
it.
coming to look for you.
Live in a small town, you
Just
keep to
live in
yourself.
a small town in the South. You don't have to keep to yourself. You can just live in a small town, okay, in the South, and especially as a person that now lives in the South and has lived in the country and then coming back to the actual like city part of the South. No, all you gotta do is live in the South. That's all you have to do.
I'm going across the world. I'm going to Indonesia, Vietnam, Vietnamese.
Now that's if you've done something where like you have to get away. Like if you've
Ma'am,
stolen
she
some crypto.
murdered somebody. What are you
She
talking about?
murdered her husband in the 70s. He was abusing her. Who hasn't? Am I right, ladies?
She, what are you talking?
Never.
If she's done something, she literally took someone's life.
Don't think he
I
was
would
me.
move to Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, Japan.
Lady boy.
You
I'm
know,
so sorry.
one of
I'm
them.
so sorry. And I only say this now because of David So and Tim De La Ghetto. That's the only reason why. Anytime I hear the word Thailand, all I think about is David So, lady boy.
I'm just talking about, I'm going to one of them nice Asian countries that have good food. That's it.
I think, and like honestly, I think I really want to watch Amelia Perez, but I don't know if you'll ever watch it for real. But I think Amelia Perez is such a great idea, and I think it's a great idea for anybody who is in the criminal industry that is like, how do we fix this? Just get a sex change. That's what Amelia Perez is about. Amelia Perez is about a notorious drug drug dealer who changes his sex and becomes a woman, and they can't find him because the entire time they are looking for a man and they can't find him, and they don't know why.
That's. Did they ever like talk to her? Like, have you seen this man?
Yeah,
And she's like, I don't know.
we'll talk about it one day, actually. But it's really like
Is it
when
funny or not?
no, it's not really funny, but it's just like when they actually realize it's like only one person realizes, and she's trying to convince everybody else, and everybody's like, "What?" And then she finally sits next to her, and she's like, "You're like you had it all figured out. Like been on the run for years, been at these big socialite events, hugging and kissing people and taking pictures. Little do they know." Crazy, but yeah, insane.
It is insane. Um, your president has started stuff he
Ooh,
cannot. Your president,
of what?
the country,
Of what?
the United States,
Of what? Which America?
North America. Because now Namibia, the president of Namibia, she I think she's the first female president of the country. She's now sending back Americans and be like,
I've seen that.
If Africans can't stay in your country, Americans stay. Bro, imagine being
And
an
then
American there and you're like, yo, well, I don't rock with him, bro.
to make it even worse, Canada is fingerprinting all Americans and labeling them as aliens. You have pissed everyone off.
See, I mean, I get it. Like, like it's not on us, it's not a president, but like, bro, why are you blaming us? We don't like him either.
It was the idiot that did this.
They didn't vote him in.
Oh, and of course I know that you didn't hear what happened today.
No.
The United States has officially banned artificial food coloring and dyes.
Wait, how am I gonna
We not gonna we not gonna have anything, bro. Y'all better stock up on all y'all favorite candies now.
candies and cereals? Like, I don't even eat cereals like
And
that.
cereals. Bro, they're gonna have to change McDonald's. They're gonna have to change everything. And
What?
like I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. I do. I understand. Like, oh, we're really trying to make America healthy. I do. Once again, this is not the way.
McDonald's doing that? It's crazy.
It's
It's,
everywhere.
you know what? You're right. He's definitely 6'3", 240 pounds. He's peak form.
240? Baby, I'm not even 240.
I'm 240.
240? So, it's the 6'2" for me. Like,
Like, that means me and him have the same build.
that means that you're 6'1", 290. Come on, Donald, please.
Crazy. But like for her to say that she's sending Americans back, just be imagine you're chilling, enjoying yourself in the African country of Namibia, and like, hey, you gotta
Go
go
back
back
to
to America.
America.
And you know, over there, they are not as nice. They be dragging you. I mean, granted, they're the ice. I don't think you can even call them officers here. Like the ice people, they are not nice. So when they're rounding
Oh,
these
no,
people
no.
up,
Speaking of ice, I don't know if I ever sent it to you, but please tell me you've seen the video of that black lady who posed as an ICE agent, then tried to
oh
kidnap her ex-husband's wife. Why would you do that?
ma'am, if you miss his dick, that is all you had to say.
Do it.
Like that is all you had to say. You over here kidnapping your ex-boyfriend's wife is crazy. Man, he's already married to her. Like he's done with you, bro. Like, what do you expect? You kidnap her. Even if you deport her, he's gonna go and fight to get her back. He's not coming back to you.
Facts, bro.
That was the craziest.
Insane to listen to.
Last thing I want to talk to you about. Please tell me you saw about this Texas man who would kidnap people and dress up as an alien and anally probe them. The sad part about it is when you do when something like that happens to you, you can't go around telling people that like
No, because like that's not even what I'm thinking about. Like, imagine the people who sat there and like confided in their friends and their family of like, guys, I've got abducted by an alien,
bro.
and then they go rape me and blah 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 blah. And that fucking news article, damn, I'm getting a bucket. That news article come out, and everybody just slowly turns to you, and you're just sitting there like, guys, I swear it was an alien. Like, no, like you didn't see him. Like he looked real. Please.
Bro, they said like he got like over 70 people, bro.
Excuse me?
Yes.
You made my light fall. 70?
Yes. That man got a butt fetish.
Are you about to go to the right place or? And also, I'm not even gonna lie. Never mind. I was gonna say something, but I have to remembering that this is getting recorded and the records are gonna be here forever.
Until we get a Patreon and like I'm just free to say what I want.
I'm just saying, I just feel like people like that don't deserve to go to jail because that's what they want. And it's just put them in a women's prison where they don't get nothing.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but talking about we saw this earlier and we said it episodes ago. YNs need to go to the military, bro.
I agree.
If they want to shoot people so bad and like hold a gun, send them to the military.
So bad, go kill the people.
Right? Teach them how to correctly use a gun. And they said anybody who doesn't have the American flag on their shoulder, free game.
Shoot. I don't understand.
It would be, oh my God. Oh my God. But we did this a couple of episodes ago.
Okay.
I liked it. It was fun for me. I know it's fun for you. So we're going to do it again.
Okay.
Blind ranking. Last time we did Denzel. Now we're going to do Samuel L. Jackson.
Ooh, okay.
You have to rank these 1 through 5 without knowing what movie comes next.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready.
First movie, Pulp Fiction.
2.
Snakes on a Plane.
4. It's not one of my favorites of Sam.
Shaft.
Shaft?
Mm-hmm.
Can I move Snakes on a Plane? You
nope.
won't let me move nothing.
It's
I feel like something deserves that. I'm going to put it at 5. I'm sorry. Because I feel like something else deserves that 3. And I know it doesn't deserve a 1.
Django.
3.
You fall for it every single time. Star Wars. Like, come on. Like.
Oh!
You fell for it because you really thought I was going to say Coach Carter, didn't you?
Or something else. Incredible something.
I was going to put Incredible. I didn't put any of his animated stuff on here. You know, I was going to put some of his Marvel stuff on here. I was going to put something.
What?
Oh my God. You really put Star Wars? So you have Star Wars at number 1, Pulp Fiction at number 2, Django at number 3.
Django number 3.
Snakes on a Plane at number 4 and Shaft at number 5. You know, I can just take your black card. That's crazy.
No, that's not even my fault.
That's crazy. You have that.
My fault.
Oh my God. I really can't believe you really have.
Stop, guys. All right. You already know. Damn, what are we? So we back into it. I finally watched the trailer for him. Did you see it?
I did.
And?
Jordan Peele does his big one. Like we talked about this earlier, the difference between Ryan Coogler's movies and like this is a bucket. So the mindfuckery of the Ryan Coogler and Sinners, but then Jordan Peele, like he does this. All of his movies are mindfucks. Him,
My thing is,
him, um, Get Out, the one where they're cowboys, like they're all mindfucks, like all of them.
you're so whack. Jordan Peele only produces this movie, and I think that that's the most interesting thing.
He's
Is
not the
that
director.
no,
Oh shit. Okay.
no, and when I finally looked it up, I said, "How crazy it is that your name holds so much weight." What
What's the difference between a director and a producer?
directing the shots, producer, the difference between a coach and an athletic director. The athletic
Oh, okay.
director is the reason why you're here. The coach is what oversees everything.
Okay, okay, okay.
Um, I was looking at the
That's a
trailer
good
for him.
analogy, Boston. Coach and athletic director. Okay, I get that.
I mean, I do this for a living, so yeah,
And you said you want to be the athletic director or the
yeah.
coach?
I'd love to be an athletic director.
Okay, okay.
I love producing. Producing is so much fun.
Okay, okay.
For sure. So if you guys need any producing things, you know, hit your girl up. No, I was watching the trailer for him. Maybe the NFL does not need this right now. Between this and Antonio Brown, y'all are proving their point. The NFL don't need this right now. Okay. I'm very interested because it looks really good. The star of the movie, Tariq Withers, I think he's fine. I think he's real fun. I first got to actually see him act. I don't know how far you went into Atlanta
I'm not.
because he was in an Atlanta episode. Because when I seen it, I was like, "Where have I seen that light skin face before?" And I was like, "And I seen it in black and white, just like this." I'm like, "Where did I see it?" But he did. He was in Atlanta in that Kevin Samuels episode. But I'm hoping that he becomes our new heartthrob because, like, you know, I'm looking for like who is in our age that is in
Talk about
acting.
heartthrob, but are you not afraid that like he gets stuck in this type of genre?
Everybody's getting stuck in their own genre,
Well, then he'll only do this thriller horror type good thing.
and that's okay. He does it well.
What
He's fine.
what other thriller horror have you watched?
Nothing. Just take your
Exactly.
shirt off and smile.
Oh, get the fuck out, Boston. And you're wow. Get
What are you here for?
I I cannot. Okay. Okay.
So pick with whoever decided to make this new movie that's apparently coming out. So there's a new movie coming out with Rebel Wilson, and I feel like ever since that girl went on Ozempic, it went straight to her head. There's a new movie coming out called Juliet and Romeo. It's the story of Romeo and Juliet, but it's a musical.
Hasn't there always been like a musical?
No, it's a play.
Oh.
And that's what I don't understand. Shakespeare rolling in his grave. Why would you rewrite a play? For what? Who asked for this?
I told you last week I love musicals.
It looks dumb and I'm very upset with it. So I had to express my anger. I will not be watching it. What I will be watching, and I will be watching, is One Battle After Another.
Mm.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you. When putting together a couple, never in my life had I said, let me see that love story between Tiana Taylor and Leonardo DiCaprio.
To be honest, would I have a problem with that?
With them?
No, with that movie, not with them, with that movie.
Okay.
I'm trying to understand the plot of this movie. Like they're talking about a war. Like what war is happening? I'm talking about like why are they fighting? Like what are they fighting against? Like is it
The same thing that's basically happening to us now.
I just don't understand. Hopefully if when I watch the movie I can understand it more. But like watching that trailer, it just it helped me see who's in the movie and helped me see that like
I agree. Do I know what this movie's about?
exactly like what is this about?
Like, I know the concept, like, concepts of what the movie could be about.
Female revolution. Like that's it. Like
But I was just like, okay.
and
Yeah,
then
so I was like, oh,
I'm sorry to cut you. Then
no, you're fine, you're fine.
in the trailer, Tiana had no lines. You didn't hear her voice in this trailer. You saw her run down the street. You saw her shoot a gun, and you didn't even like know it was her until like because it was someone pregnant shooting the gun, and then you saw, oh, I trying to go and get my baby. It was like, okay, maybe then that was her kid. Like you just hear her speak at all. So like honestly, if it wasn't for Leo and Tiana, I would have wrote this movie off.
I think if it wasn't for Leo, I would have wrote this movie off,
100%.
unfortunately. So I'm hoping. And even with
Ooh,
Leo there,
also, I have a question for you. Do you
yeah,
think actors have taken terrible movies roles just because they paid them good money?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I wouldn't care. It's a whatever. Whatever. Even with Leo talking, like in the trailer, I was just like, oh, still don't get it, but I'm gonna go see it. It's Tiana Taylor and Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm a sucker for that little interracial mixing.
Talking about
Cynical.
interracial, we never watched that movie with Liam Neeson and his prostitute black girlfriend. Do you remember that one? No, you don't remember that one? Liam
I
Neeson?
know there's one where Liam Neeson was dating Viola Davis.
No, it wasn't Viola
I ended up
Davis.
putting that one on the other day. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't even remember it because a lot of these are a fever dream. And even again, what I talked about last week with Liam Neeson and Naked Gun, like to look at Liam Neeson in the school skirt, fever dream.
Crazy.
You know what I did want to talk to you about because I sent it to you this week. Locked.
Yeah.
That it's already out, so I'm like,
Oh, it's already out?
it's already out. I don't think this is a movie that I'm gonna go see in theaters, but this is a movie that as soon as it drops streaming, because I know it has to go to Netflix. That is a Netflix concept
It's a
through and
Netflix movie.
through. But I watched the trailer and guys, this movie literally is about a guy that steals the car, but then as soon as he gets in the car locks itself, and it's a guy trying to teach another person why you don't steal.
I'm not gonna lie. That movie and that when he first said it's a show of like if you're a good enough actor, people know your voice. As soon as he started talking, I knew exactly who he was.
Mm-hmm.
I knew and when he showed up at the end, I was like, I knew it was you the entire time, boss. I knew it was you the entire time. You have such a distinctive voice. I knew it was you the entire time.
It makes you feel good. Told you that. Lastly, I ended up watching a movie this week.
Okay.
It was Piece by Piece, which is the Lego movie about Pharrell.
Mm,
10 out of 10.
really? Boston, we don't do
10.
that here, Boston. 100 Boston.
Okay, I would give this a 98, 99%.
Really?
Because I feel that nobody else had this concept. And I think one, it was amazing in terms of just like
Wait, you
this
would
probably helped
honestly rate this Lego movie a 98 out of 100.
for a nonfiction movie. Yes.
Crazy.
It because it's engaging, it's very informative, and I can tell you today, I woke up with an infinite gratefulness for Pharrell.
He's always
Because
been that guy, though.
no, it's not. It's not necessarily about Pharrell being that guy. It's more or less of realizing the times where Pharrell was that guy in multiple places at multiple times,
Mm.
and knowing his humility, his drive, his love for the music industry. And it's just like when you watch it, because me and my homegirl, we was watching it, and it was to hear the music bump, and you're like, fuck Pharrell? And then Pharrell. No, that is Pharrell. And then oh my God, that's Pharrell. And then to also know that Pharrell, Pusha T, Missy Elliott, and Timberland all went to the same high school at the exact same time is insane.
No, they didn't.
Insane. And Pusha T and Timberland was talking about sitting in the lunchroom with Pharrell and listening to him and
No,
how
that's no back up. Pusha T, Missy Elliott, Pharrell, and who?
Timberland
They all went to high school together.
all went to high school
That has to
together.
be the most elite class.
But they were talking about
What?
how
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, cut you. The only other one are like Snoop Dogg and Cameron Diaz. They went to high school together.
You have to watch the movie.
That I don't. There can't be another one where 4 people from your high school are A-list, not even B-list celebrities. They're all 4 of them are A-list. 4. Like other high schools get maybe 1.
And it was the fact that Timberland and Pharrell said the same thing, and it was like, we just said it was something in the water that year that it was just to hear, and it's just like Pharrell. Oh my God!
So cool to have 4 of your friends being
But that's what I'm
mainstream
saying.
like
I'm
that.
like, you have to watch it now, because it's not only it being a Lego movie, because it being a Lego movie made it funnier on top of what it already was. But then it just also showed you of like, Pharrell knows everybody.
He does.
Pharrell knows everybody. Pharrell's been everywhere. Pharrell's done everything. And he's just such a genius. And oh my God, I want to know. I'm trying to find the statistic. In the year 2003, Pharrell produced 43% of Billboard's top 100 on the radio.
That's disgusting.
That's how good he was. Because that's also when you watch the movie, you just sit there and you go, oh my gosh. Pharrell's a cajillionaire, like at that point.
Yeah.
He's a like, but it's just, excuse me, I'm sorry. The amount of music that he has made and produced. And then he was talking about creating the song Happy. And Pharrell's also 52, by the way, if you didn't know.
I mean, now that I'm
He's
older, like
old.
that's not that old.
It's not that old, but it's not as old as you think Pharrell is for a second when you first think about it, and then you realize how long
I remember, like,
Pharrell's been in the game.
this man's face doesn't age. He still
No.
looks the same.
No. He still looks like Rufus from Kim Possible. Pharrell has always looked like Pharrell looks like if Rufus and Ron had a baby in Kim Possible. But yeah.
You ready to get into this movie?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, Tale. Let's talk about this movie. Movie this week is the incredible Sinners movie. And you know, I never describe a movie like that. Directed by Ryan Coogler. Goes as such. Trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to their Mississippi hometown to start again, only to discover that a even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 98%, our highest movie to date. IMDb gave it an 8.2. Boston, what are you giving this movie?
Oh, the fact that I rated it less than IMDb makes me want to change my score.
Sheesh.
But I am giving Sinners a 94%.
Jeez. I'm gonna give it a 91. Actually, my favorite number is 3, so I'm gonna give it a 93.
I'm about to say a 91 is bugging. That's way too low.
No, I mean, here's the thing.
No. I'm with you with 93. I'm with you with 93. That's why I said I'm gonna give you a 94. You give it a 93. That's okay.
Because like
Let's go.
here's the thing. When Sinners first came out, it gave it 100, but like nothing is perfect, unfortunately. Nothing, but
Okay.
my girl Beyonce in this life is perfect. Okay. I'm just saying. But where was it? Oh, you know who I fell for these past couple of weeks? Megan Thee Stallion. She be posting some
Can you stay
gems.
focused?
Okay, I'm sorry. Damn.
Like I let you go with the Beyonce run, but then like I'm like, he was like, what's first? I'm like, this has nothing to do with the movie, I guarantee you. And I was right. Stay focused.
I mean, did you see that last Megan Thee Stallion post she posted on IG?
Stay focused.
And you know I like my woman. No, but okay. There's nothing perfect. Always room for improvement. And so one of the improvements, something that can happen in this movie, is the actual timeline of when they turn from human to vampire. Because people like Cornbread, we don't know how long he was out there. So him, we don't know. Hallie Steinfeld, her current Mary, she was bit, and as soon as she was bit, she was back at the door. But when Michael B. Jordan's character was in the room and like they closed the door on him, he took like ever because he was getting held by his brother. Then we closed it, and then we were like, "This man, how long does it take for him to turn?" So like the time period of turning was different for everybody.
Okay. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
That I did put in my notes. I took off 2% because what I didn't appreciate is that when everybody else got bit, they had blood stains on their shirt. But when Mary got bit in the back, there was no blood stain. And she was like, "Oh, what about the homegirl that I went to go see it with?" They're like, "Oh, well, she was bit on our back." And I said, "Yeah, that's a silk dress, baby. That would have soaked through a long time ago."
Especially when like
It
her
was
dress
right
came back
on her back shoulder.
and
I was
like you
just
saw
like,
it.
and I was like, okay, I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that, unfortunately. So I was just kind of like, I did take 2% off for that. And that's where I was just kind of like, yeah, unfortunately, nope, can't do that.
I mean, I said this before. Now watching the movie, do you think it would have added to the movie if it was Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I think it would have made it worse.
Whoa. Do tell, please.
And not worse as in the movie would have been bad. I think that making them identical twins was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think making them identical twins and like they act like identical twins that I know.
Yes, they did. He definitely did like his research. So for that.
Who wear 2 different colors, but they always care about each other. They always ragging on each other. They always move in unison.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you know about twin boys.
Especially when one would roll the cigarette and give it to like his brother to smoke first, like they'll think. But like when I said that in the beginning, where he was like, "Are y'all twins?" He said, "No,
we're cousins."
But like that was the other thing. Like he's not supposed to be here. Jonathan Majors is supposed to be here, and we're actually supposed to be cousins.
Is that what it was supposed to be?
That I'm just saying.
No.
No.
No. I'm glad Jonathan Majors wasn't in this, and I.
You're glad? Glad is crazy, Boston. Glad is crazy.
Apart from, and another 1.5% that I took off was Michael B. Jordan's accent. it was a little bit weird for me, so I let it go. Because I mean, our family's from Mississippi.
No, not even Mississippi. So I would tell people that our father's from Greenville. Our family's from the Delta. where they're from. That's the Delta. Where this movie is shot is the Delta. Our family is from the Delta.
And I will say that that is what made me have a little bit more of an appreciation for the movie,
Mhm.
just because I was like, when I finally realized where it was shot, and I was like, wow, like, this is literally like the life that my grandma lived, my aunts, my uncles, a little bit of my daddy, but my daddy didn't grow up in that part too much. But I mean, in the 1930s, this was like my grandma, and it's just, I was just like, I was really taken aback of like, sometimes I feel like Tabitha Brown of Lord, I thank you, because couldn't be me, Jesus. It couldn't be me. But it really was a good, good movie of, even though I think this is one of the better vampire movies I've
Oh,
seen.
yeah. It's yes, this is a vampire movie, 100%. But like I said this to somebody else. This is Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler, you have to give him you have to give him props. This is his fifth movie ever directed. Fifth movie. He's only done Fruitvale Station, Creed 1 and like 3, like 1 and 2, 1 and 3. No. Creed 1, Black Panther 1 and 2, and then this. This is his fifth movie. So gotta give him his props. But like
I mean, he's done great, but it was just like I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed about everything. I'm very impressed. Like you said, research was done.
100% yes.
Research was done. Research was definitely, definitely done. And that's what I greatly appreciate. And like, one thing about it that I ended up talking to my homegirl about, it was the difference between Jordan Peele and Ryan Coogler in terms of directing.
Mm-hmm.
And the more or less that when you watch any of Jordan Peele's films, it's something where you have to think about the next day of, oh, I missed this, or you have to watch Jordan Peele's movies a couple of times. With Ryan's, the research is done so much in the sense where you can always pick it up when you first watch it. You don't have to process it. And I think I love that the most.
I think so. On the first watch, there's definitely some things that like happen where like it will like you thought, but like it's like, oh, okay, that's what he meant. Not off of first watch,
Agree.
because like there's so much truth behind this movie that like, people don't understand. Like Remick, in the beginning when he fell, people said he comes that from a fallen angel. But then him being Irish people were immigrants from here too, like banished from their land. And then they tied it to because he was burnt and everything. There is a story, a true story on Irish people being burnt on a boat where there was no survivors on the boat. But then they explain how there was a guy who was just left, and you can see smoke coming from him. And then the first thing you see of Remick is he's smoking, you know, and then for Smoke and Slick, there were bank robbers, and then they were like, oh, they were so they go look alike, huh?
Stack and Smoke.
You know, same stuff. All right.
So black. Smoke and Slick. Slick and Skeleton. Uh,
So like
crazy.
a lot. So like that's the thing about Ryan Coogler. He did his research, and like he like and like you told me before, like he has an interest in Irish traditions and communities. So you can see that like in the movie. Of course, spoilers, bro. Spoilers always happens in this pod. In the middle where they're doing where Remick has all these all these black people doing
No, we're
dancing.
not even we're not even gonna skip the fact of Remish is over there doing the Irish jig. Meanwhile, Cornbread is in the back getting funky. Don't nobody see that 6'4" man just breaking it down in the circle.
It was so good to see him back
dying.
acting. It was so good to see him back acting.
Okay, so I wanted to wait, but I feel like we need to get into it.
Okay.
Because me and my homegirl, after we went to go see the movie, me and her was talking about the same thing the entire time we was driving back home. Why in the God bleepity bleep to bleep did
Girl,
Cornbread?
earn your bucket.
I'm not ordering my buckets for that. Cornbread they ain't deserving of my buckets.
Okay, why
Why
did
did
you what?
Cornbread walk so far away from the juke joint to piss? Cornbread was far as fuck from that juke joint just to take a pee.
In like the pitch black, like, sir, you could have just peed on the side. And
And
dude,
now, and
dude,
now,
this is
and
a
now, his
black
wife,
establishment. This is a black establishment. They got a bathroom inside.
his wife, his pregnant wife, is now unfortunately never gonna see her husband again because you decided to pee so far away.
You know, it's funny you said that. It took me so long to understand why he was asking to come inside and the whole concept of coming inside.
Nope, I figured that. And that's what I mean. We were talking about. We're like, Ryan does things where like it's not obvious, but it's there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, I love the way his mind works. I love the shots that he decides to take. And it was a brilliant, brilliant movie. For me, I will say this would, because you guys know how I be. When we always ask the question, is this worth going to see in the theater?
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
This is actually, swear for God, this is the one movie where I can say you have to see it in the theater. Because what we were talking about is the sound quality. Because I think one of the greatest scenes that, for me, he wins everything, was the lynching scene. And it's a scene that's not even a scene, it's just audio. Because he was taught, it was when the jazz player was talking about how he knew somebody that got lynched in the middle in town square while they're driving back. And all it was just audio. But it wasn't present audio, it was background audio. And it was beautiful. It's not beautiful to hear, but it was beautiful.
He said,
not
kissing
beautiful to hear,
him get whipped. Oh my God, it's beautiful.
but it's a beautiful way to add it and to, because I think one of the biggest things that we talk about is some things that we've hated with movies is flashbacks and how movies take too long with flashbacks. This is the perfect way to incorporate a flashback without spending time on it and also moving around with the scene. The second thing that I love is that I asked the question to me and a couple of my friends. I always ask in terms of like movies of like, is there a scene that you would have taken out? This is the first movie I can definitely say. I don't think there's any scene in here I would have taken out.
I want to see the director's cut. I want to see the 4-hour movie of this one.
I don't think that, I think Ryan, because I'll even say Ryan's, there are some scenes in Black Panther I would have cut. There's some scenes in Black Panther I would have cut. This is the first movie where I say everything was puzzle pieced perfectly together.
It's not perfect. Stop. You gave it a 94. If it was perfect, you would have given
I'm
it.
not, and when you realize what the reason why I took off the most percentages off, I'm trying to wait till we finish to talk about.
I like the slow build of it. Like you were like, is this a real horror? And then it's like then it's like
that's what I was talking about. Talking about damn, what was I talking about?
I liked and like top points is that.
But what I was talking about before you finish your point was the difference between Jordan and Ryan, but a good blend between the two of them was what me and my homegirl was talking about. Is Jordan made them, and for anybody that's ever seen them is a thriller. But you could have taken away the thriller of them and just ran that show as it was. That's how good it was. And that's what I feel is the same thing as this movie is. You could have taken the thriller aspect out of it and it still would have been good. And that's how you know you have a good movie. And good writing is that the historic part of it and the historic writing could stand for itself. And that's crazy. He did great. It was phenomenal. But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
My favorite is when Miles Catton, the guy Catton who plays Sammy, when he gets up and he starts the whole like his voice, like it was, and then come to find out, I saw another video of him actually singing it off. That's what he actually sounds like.
Sounds like, yeah.
That's what he actually sounds like. And come to find out, he was a background singer for her, like, and in Boston.
He was
Do
a
you?
background singer. He opened for her. He's a little bigger than that.
Oh, so I heard he was a background singer for her. I mean, he
Yeah.
started on Little Big Shots with Stevie Wonder,
hmm
but then come to find out, this was his first ever movie.
Yep.
That's
And to
crazy
come to find out that the only reason why he auditioned for it was because of her.
because of
And
her.
because she kept telling him. She said, you need to do it, you need to do it, you need to do it. And to even hear Michael co-sign on him of saying of like, he's definitely a double, triple, quadruple threat. He's wonderful.
I mean, because he can sing, and now we know he can act. I mean, that's a double threat. Like, so what else is he kicking to do for like a triple threat? I mean, but here's the thing:
He
has
can
the
play
best.
the guitar or the piano.
He can. He just started playing the guitar. They said
He can do
he
it
learned for
now.
this, but like to have these two as a mentor, Boston, Michael B. Jordan
Oh,
and
facts.
Ryan Coogler, to have
Facts.
had those two as mentors,
Very good.
he's golden.
Oh, one
Those
thing
mentors, come on.
I have to talk about, and everybody's been talking about it. And I wish they were, wish people were like this. Let me tell you something. Them Native Americans are gonna come to your house once.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna warn you one time, baby. If you don't want to listen to me, I don't care. I don't care. I told you, ma'am, this man is not what he seems. But you want to stick with him because he's your kind. Okay, all right, we're going home. Okay, we're going home. Don't even worry about it. You enjoy. You enjoy.
As soon as it got dark, they were like, "Yo,
He said,
later."
no, it was literally on the porch. Yeah, yeah. Sun going down, bad dog. We gotta go. Should be all right. We don't care. You don't care. Okay.
Wait,
Now,
no, but now I need to go watch the movie again because I unfortunately haven't seen it. So, because I mean, of course he does because it's a movie, and like they'll make sure when he asks to them, "Can I come in?" and they say yes. You don't notice that in the first scenes because you're not going looking for it. But I want to go look for that. Like when he asks, "Can I come in?" and they say, "Yeah, sure, come on in."
all right. Are you ready for the reason why I took 3% off?
I mean, yes, and then right after, I got some questions for you.
Okay. I took 3% off because, unfortunately, I did not like the ending.
Okay. Was it so? Was it when? What's her name? Hold on one second.
So no. Hold on. It's not that I didn't like how the ending ended. It's not that I didn't think that the ending was wrong. It's not that I thought the ending was bad. The ending scene and the post-credit scene and then the post-credit scene is what pissed me off.
So, two things. I didn't get to see that because I didn't know.
It was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then two, that has me thinking. I'm sorry, cut you off. When we saw that old guy at the end, I turned to my boy and was like, "Don't tell me this is based on a true story." And he was like, "It kind of is. Like he's real." I was like, "So what's real about this movie? Because there's still vampires. So like, what is real?" Hey,
That's what
I was like,
you think of.
hey, Boston. I was like, "So there's no vampires." Wait, are there vampires?
Honestly. But the credits, right? So you saw the old guy, right? When Michael B. Jordan and Mary come back and they talk to him.
And then he has on that terrible 70s sweater and those glasses. Like,
It's
so,
it's 1992 when that happens.
high top, cut to the side.
So be glad that you didn't
Mary
stay.
Looky, she looked good. Oh my.
She looked great. The ponytail, the Ariana Grande ponytail, cute.
Yeah.
Be lucky you didn't stay. because the scene after that is Sammy playing This Little Light of Mine.
Mm.
And that's it. And we sat there and we were just like, I waited the last 7 minutes to listen to this man play This Little Light of Mine. Like, we thought it was going to be something where, like, oh, it's a. And, like, this is my problem of, like, unfortunately, that is when I kind of have the internal conflict with myself of should movies allow this to happen? I feel Marvel has gotten in your head that you guys can do this.
Yeah.
And Ryan, unfortunately, I feel Marvel has gotten in your head that you can do this.
I mean, good remember, Ryan is a Marvel. Like the last two movies he did
But
was
this
Marvel.
isn't a Marvel movie. This isn't a Marvel movie. And I think that was my whole thing of like, I was cool. And if you would have switched the scenes, where the first scene that we saw was Sammy playing This Little Light of Mine, and then after all the credits, we saw that Michael B. Jordan, that Stack showed up with his girl, with Mary, and all of a sudden they're still alive. That would have been great.
Mm-hmm.
But because you switched the scenes, I sat there and I was just like, yeah, this is probably why I will never wait anymore. And I'll just wait till somebody tells me. Because I waited the entire time. And granted, yes, we do need to respect everybody's in the movie and blah, blah, blah. Who's ever stayed for movie credits until Marvel started putting Easter eggs? And I think that's the only thing. And I was very disappointed that that's the way they chose it. And I wish they would have switched them. If they would have switched them, I would have never said anything. But unfortunately, that's really it. I was going to take off another 1% for the dancing scene, but the more that I thought about it, the dancing scene was needed, and you can never, ever get me to hate Black people. Ever, 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 ever. I love Black people. All right, what's your questions?
Damn, we haven't gotten to the questions yet. All right, because of time, I'm gonna give you. I mean, but it's so good, but I'm trying to keep us going. All right, let me ask you a couple questions. If you had 30 seconds to explain this movie to your grandmother, how would you explain it to her?
Devil, devil, devil. But all of a sudden, no devil. Music, devil.
Right.
Cornbread. Devil, devil, cornbread.
She said, devil, devil, devil. All right, I'll go. So, wait, is it our mom's mom or dad's mom?
Because there's a big difference.
A huge difference.
I'm going to go with mom's mom.
Oh, Nene?
Yep.
Okay, Nene. So, we got this movie. Vampires. Have you heard of vampires? Okay.
Blood of Jesus! Blood of Jesus!
so,
sad.
Yeah, they're in the South. Church is in it, Grandma. Church is in it, Nene, okay? Church is there. Church is in it. There's two twins. They try to make some money. They start playing music, and vampires come, and then throw of a hood, whole debacle. She said, "Nene." So, if you don't know, we call our mom's mom. And Boston is talking about this because our grandmother on my side is 100% Jamaican accent and everything. Out of this movie, who needs therapy?
Shoot, Sammy. Sammy. Because imagine trying to let your cousin just chill out and go hunch on his girl from before and then come back to find out that bitch bit him in the neck. Sammy, shoot. For sure.
Does this movie have a good notion of breaking points? Like you can tell when characters have hit their breaking point.
Yeah, when it got turned into a vampire, they broke for sure.
She's a broker.
No, no. And it's when they find out that that nigga didn't even get bit and they threw him outside by an accident.
Oh my god. They're like,
He said,
oh,
yo,
this is the
Smoke,
blood.
Smoke, open the door. Open the door. This ain't about me paying my tab. And he was like, oh, open it. Oh, too late, too late. Close it up, close it up.
No, talk about open close the door. That Asian lady made me so mad.
Oh,
Come
oh,
the
that, that's my favorite quote. When the Asian lady, where she's standing and she's like, we have to do something. He's like, I don't know. And she just grabs, she goes, come the fuck in, you motherfuckers. Let me tell you something.
bro.
You would have been dead before the first vampire came in, I promise you. Because it was when Stack turns and he goes, now why would you do that?
Right? Like everybody was like, bam.
And then my thing is, what made me even more upset is the fact that you did that and invited them in for everybody to come in. You killed one person and then burnt up. So first of all, this wasn't even about your daughter because
Same,
your
bro,
husband is still here. Your
bro.
husband is still here, and so are you. So now you just killed yourself on top of your husband getting killed. So now we have to go back to your daughter, and now she don't have no parents.
That bro, they were talking about now we leaving her. Bro, as soon as we saw your husband tell you to come outside when fucking Cornbread was eating him up, it's like, baby, let's go. Of course he's not your husband, bro. Cornbread's literally eating this man for fuck. Oh, I got so many buckets for fucking lunch right now, and you're telling him let's go, come into the car. You
She's
know he's
talking
not
about.
your husband, bro. Your
He's
husband
talking
has been
about.
out there for so long.
And he talking about all that. Yeah, yeah. You should have known.
Bro,
No, it was when she said that white devil just spoke Chinese to me.
oh my god. We know Ryan Coogler's a freak. This man has so many innuendos of eating vagina in this movie.
He said, seemed like he found that button. Oh man.
Bro,
Shout out to Michael A. Jordan and Michael B. Jordan for putting on their best performance.
that is here. I mean, so talk about that. Do you think, and this could be the last question or before our penultimate question. I don't know if it's smoke or slack. I think it's smoke. Where do you think you can kill your significant other? Where when his girl
Significant.
got bit, he had to wash it on the floor, punch us.
Oh, Mo, where she was like, "You promised me."
I'm sorry, I would have not done it, and I would have had my brother bit me, so me and her can go like go live forever.
No, because she made a good point. She said, "Yes, we could live forever, but there's somebody else waiting for us." So my thing is, do you want to live with just me and you, or would you rather all three of us go be with our kid?
That man is less than a year old. He is a okay. that
You're
nigga's a
horrible.
baby.
No, but one thing I did see the other day when they were talking about this movie was just the talk about Ryan and his love for an antagonist. And how at the end of the day, no matter what movie it has ever been with Ryan, you always question on whether or not the protagonist is right.
Bro,
But then you always
yes.
question on whether or not the antagonist is truly wrong.
Because because in all of it, you're so right. In all of his movies, the antagonist is rooted in morals.
They have a reason to do what they're doing.
Yes.
And it wasn't like this man was going around fighting and killing people for greed or for hunger, but it was more or less of, it's exactly my point. And then when he sat there and he was like, first of all, if you think I'm with these two people just because we cooling and we chilling, no, they were actually about to kill you tomorrow morning. Little did you know.
Yeah.
And it was just more or less this. He was like, I already stopped that from happening. And I just sat there, and because I was reading an article about it, and I was just like, when I finally watched the movie, I understood it, and I was just like, it's genius.
No, he did his big one in this movie.
It's a really good one.
He did his big one in this movie. All
I will
right.
say good one.
Last question, season 6,
Okay.
as it always is. Who are you switching places with in this movie?
I'm not really a whole like witchcraft thing, but Annie, I would probably definitely be more an Annie type. Yeah.
I'll probably have to go to Delta Slim. He said, I've played there for the last 10 years on Saturday. They'll be here the last 10 years and they'll be here 10 years after, long before after I die. And then when the whole vampire thing first started, he's like, y'all smell that? I shit myself.
No, it was the garlic situation. Baby, trust me, I would have shot both of y'all. Between him and Perlene, I'm not playing with you.
Perlene, oh my God.
This is a life and death situation. You're talking about, oh, I don't like garlic.
I'm not gonna lie.
I will shove every single garlic down your mouth. Oh. Yes, we know that you like her. We know that you think she's fine. Yes, we know. Next. That and man. Also. But me and my homegirls call it TMC. I told Moment of Candace. I don't want no man ever complaining about anything in terms of women. Okay? Understand how she said, I gotta go wash up. And he said, no, don't worry about it.
I want to taste you.
In 1932, in the Mississippi Delta heat. I know that shit stank. And I need y'all to understand. Okay?
He said, I like it salty.
That's disgusting. And also, she was a married... Oh, we were talking about that the other day. Early husband, bad as a fuck. You hear me? He ain't seen his wife in days. She left one night. All of a sudden, the people heard about her going to go see some preacher boy who apparently is the only person left alive from this entire situation. And then he disappears. Find me, preacher boy. Where is my wife? Where is my wife?
She burned. Sick. Burned up. But, man, great movie. Great movie. I'm excited for another one. I think it's gonna be Havoc. Havoc comes out on Friday, and I can't wait to watch Havoc. If not,
we talked about Havoc.
Yeah, I think Havoc.
We have a little bit on the watch list. The watch list is getting pretty good. Speak No Evil is also on there. With your homeboy, which I know that you like the most, or The Amateur.
Oh, I did want to see The Amateur.
Yeah, The Amateur is on there. And Locked is already out. But let's wrap this up. These people gotta go.
All right. If you stayed to the end of this podcast, I want you to know I appreciate you. I love you. And y'all my homies. If you like it, we love it. If you don't like it, listen to it again. If you still don't like it, DM us. Somewhere, just not on our podcast.
Don't DM
I really don't give a fuck.
Saying this every week. DM the damn Where Was I podcast that he checks most of the time. I'm not checking nothing. Don't DM me, because the first thing I'm gonna tell you is to go stick it where the sun don't shine. Don't DM me for nothing. Dr_Boston. We be having fun over there. Don't come in my DMs with no BS.
Right. It's your boy D Stuttering Prophet.
It's your girl, Dr. Boston.
We'll catch you next week. Another movie. I don't know what it is yet. Hopefully. Peace.